Hello there, Capricorn. It's February 2021. Dadhichi here from astrology.com.au with your brief but hopefully pertinent forecast for the month. We're just going to touch on some of the major aspects here. I'm going to animate this now so we can see how quickly on the 1st and 2nd the movement of the moon into your 10th house brings a focus to your career. Predominantly, this large cluster of planets, including the retrograde Mercury this month, is playing out in the sphere of money, finance, and what it is you value and how it is you do that. Here we see the challenges from Mars and Uranus. Mars is not a particularly friendly planet to you, even though that it's exalted or gets great dignity in your sun sign. It's in this 5th house. Fortunately, it's moving away from Uranus, which is also your finance planet. Can you see these playing out here, that tension that is still occurring there? 6th and 7th, the moon is moving there through that 12th house of expenses. And you may need to revisit something from your past as it touches this south node. It may be a case of buyer's remorse. In any case, you're maybe trying to push too hard to earn money too quickly. You need to use this retrograde Mercury to ask yourself, okay, what is it that's going to give me the best bang for my buck? What is it? There's that intense position of Moon and Pluto in your sun sign. So that's also somewhat related to profitability. Pluto rules the 11th house. But here it is, making its way on the 11th into this particularly jam. It's like a traffic jam, isn't it? You know, when you're just sitting there, you're having to endure it, even though you're thinking with this retrograde planet, maybe I should turn around and go back. I don't think you're going to do that. The 12th, there is a new moon, as you can see here. The moon just makes that contact here, again in this 2nd house. So I think around that time or soon after, you may come up with some brilliant new ideas for how you can consolidate your finances, earn more. This idealistic conjunction of Moon and Neptune on the 15th speaks of contracts and renegotiation. That's okay to talk about it. It's probably not a great idea to make a commitment at that time based upon the retrograde movement of Mercury. And Mercury for you does rule a very fine 9th house. This is one of the best houses, but it has a tinge of indebtedness connected to it by virtue of the fact that it rules this 6th house of Gemini. Pardon me. The 6th house is all about what is owed to others. Notice also the moon here making its way there, but first passing Uranus, the midpoint of Uranus and Mars, and then Mars itself. So there could be some arguments at that time or some strong reactions on your part. Fortunately, the sun moves out of there. It takes off some of the pressure. You can let off a little bit of steam. And the sun is very nicely placed there in the 3rd house of your horoscope. It gives you the opportunity to get up and go. If you've been sitting at the desk for hours and days on end, it's not good. You need to give yourself a break, and this shows a more refreshing attitude, and that's shown also by the new moon right at the tail end of the 2nd house, moving straight into the 3rd on the 12th and spending some time there, 12th and 13th. So I think at that time there's an opportunity for you to freshen up your approach and take a new tack on the financial matters. You can also do that there when the moon is transiting this 8th house. That's got to do with collaborative ventures, shared money and resources, banking, your taxes. Getting that all sorted out is a good idea. And you'll notice at the very, very end of the month here, the moon getting brighter and brighter, moving right there to the opposition of the sun. That's the full moon phase. The moon for you is ruling your relationship. So it's nice to see that when a planet rules a specific area and it gets stronger and stronger, as we're seeing here with the moon, those collaborative ventures, those shared and joint resources and activities that I was talking about get stronger as a result of the moon being empowered in its full moon stage. Also, towards the end of the month, you notice a Venus career planet moving out of this finance sector, again taking a lot more pressure off the second house of finances, giving you the opportunity to think a little more lovingly rather than seriously about how you're going to handle things. And that's a nice little end to the month, along with the fact that Mars has moved well away now from Uranus, notwithstanding some of the difficult aspects we saw there earlier in the month. So that's February. Find out a little more about your Capricorn Sun sign transits at astrology.com.au. We've got the links down below. We've got the subscribe button, which I'd love you to do. And also, I'd love you to get a personal reading with me. There's no substitute for that, folks. If you want to really look into your life cycles, I do it all in the Vedic system, which is really, really interesting. It gives us all the dates. And then there's the remedies that we can use to help counteract some of those troublesome planets that afflict all of us from time to time. I'll see you here next month, same time, same channel. Take care. Bye-bye now.